Alright, boys and girls, so I just finished watching this movie called Bite, this independent horror flick that I've been meaning to watch for a little while, but hey, I've got a stack of movies that I've been meaning to watch for a while, so I want to get into the habit of reviewing all the movies that I watch. It's going to be a lot of horror because a lot of you that know me reasonably well know how much I love the horror genre, whether it's video games, TV shows, or movies. Fucking love horror, but that doesn't mean that I'll be focusing on horror. I'll be doing everything whenever I can in my busy schedule. But Bite basically begins what we assume is going to be another found footage type of film, and thank God it wasn't, because as soon as I started watching it I thought, oh really, here we go again. You know, the last found footage movie that I watched was Afflicted. That was really good, but I don't know, I think it's just been done to death, the found footage thing. But what it actually is we meet this young lady, bride-to-be, who's on a holiday with her friends. Now her fiance is at home and they're out partying, having a good time, and she gets bitten by a bug when they're swimming in the ocean or in the water or whatever it was. And then the title pops up on screen and the actual movie begins, and so you realize that what you're actually watching is just the girls' footage with their camera that they've taken on holidays, and that's pretty much it. And very early on we're led to believe that this young lady has actually cheated on her partner, and she gets home and she's really doubtful, having cold feet about the wedding. She thinks she's not ready, etc, 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 and she's supposed to talk to her fiance about this, and then she starts getting sick. And she looks at her bite, and the bite is going all strange and icky, and she's throwing up a strange kind of slimy fluid, and basically a transformation slowly begins from there, and that bite just gets uglier and worse and pussier and just absolutely looks ridiculous, to a point where you're thinking, why the fuck didn't this bitch go see a doctor? Alright, so throughout the whole film she doesn't see a doctor until like this thing's like this big with pus and shit everywhere, and then she calls a physician or something over the phone, and obviously it says put some cream on it. It's like, come on, are you serious? But having said that, the movie is paced actually very, very well. I was very, very impressed. The transformation process definitely doesn't happen just like that. You see every step of the transformation, and I really love how they did it. I did find it unusual that whenever someone stepped into her apartment, like this apartment was filled with these hatched eggs, these little icky slimy eggs that are fucking everywhere. There was like a spider webby kind of thing all over the apartment. The apartment stank, and for some unknown reason, whether it's her friends, her fiance, or the landlord, who's actually her fiance's mother, they walk into this apartment, they see the madness that something's not fucking right, and they just keep going in there. How fucking dumb do you have to be? I mean, get the fuck out of there. You know something's not right. If I walked into a house and there was spiderwebs and eggs all over the floor and blood and shit and all this type of stuff, I'd be freaking out of there. You'd see me run out of there like Carl Lewis, I swear to God. The other thing that I disliked about this film, and I couldn't even believe it, but the fiance and this young lady live in the same apartment building. I think it might even be the same floor. He's literally a few doors down from her, and he makes this phone call and he says, oh, look, where have you been? It's been a few days. I haven't seen you. I live down the hall from you. I haven't even seen you. What's going on? Fucking go down there, break down the door and fucking ask what's going on. Like, seriously, why are you on the phone when you live a few doors down? It's just so stupid. And she obviously secluded herself into this apartment because all this weird shit's going on. She's freaking out of the transformations, and she's like vomiting these eggs with little bugs in them and stuff like that. So she's freaking out, understandably. And the fiance's making a phone call because he hasn't seen her for a few days but lives a few doors down. Are you freaking serious? Just freaking go down there. If you know something, if that was my partner and I thought something was wrong, I'd be breaking down the door and marching in there and checking out what's going on. And it isn't long after that that her friends become suspicious. They haven't seen her for like a week, and they start going in the apartment, and yeah, I'm not going to like ruin the entire movie for you guys. I want to keep it relatively spoiler free. Obviously, just looking at the cover, you know that this is like a transformation type film. The lady is going to be becoming some sort of bug creature. So you can tell that just by like, you know, reading the synopsis or just looking at the cover. So I'm not ruining anything there, but you guys need to watch it. I just wanted to give you guys my opinion while it's still fresh in my mind at 2 a.m. in the morning. Overall, I was impressed with the movie. The acting was good. The set was incredible. The filming was really, really good. I was really, really impressed with the filming, and overall it had a really good vibe to it, and the pace was spot on as well. So if I have to give this movie a final score, being Bannock 13, scoring everything out of 13, I'll have to give this one a 10. I'll give it a 10 out of 13. Just loses some points for some stupid like stuff that happened that I mentioned. It's like that's just some common logic, you know. You wouldn't, you know, if that was you in that situation, you'd react a lot differently. So it wasn't quite realistic with some of the situations that the characters were put in. And the conclusion, the ending, man, it's like, I don't mind when a horror movie leaves you hanging and leaves you wondering. They let the viewer decide what's actually happened. But fucking Jesus, like, you don't actually find out enough at the end. I wanted more. I wanted to know a little bit more as to what happened and how it all came about and why this transformation occurred. You know, if you're looking for answers at the end, you're not going to get them. Sometimes it works letting the viewer decide what's happened, but in this case, it doesn't, because we needed some more answers. But having said that, that's a small nitpick. Definitely nothing that affects the movie that greatly. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching my quick review. And if you want to see more movie talk and horror talk, please give me a like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to leave me a comment. I like to talk to you people. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you guys want to see, and I will deliver. Until next time, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, Bannock 13 here, out.